Hi everyone, welcome to Book and Bujo. I'm Debbie, and I'm so glad you're joining me today as I update my HRCYED spreadsheet for February. I have the top two rows already complete horizontally. I have one diagonal going from the bottom left to the upper right here. And that's it so far. I still need 7 more to go. And let's hope I can complete one or two of those today. For the secret prompts, I have completed the prompt for July, August, September, October, November, and December, January, and February, which is amazing. And then I still need to do the March prompt. Now, I did doom scroll a couple of times and pretty much did not find anything, so I'm going to have to try another time, but I will save that for a different day. Not right now. This is the third time filming this one with technical difficulties here and there, so we'll save doom scrolling for another day. And there's one secret prompt that I haven't used. There's a few I haven't used yet, but there is one I'm going to be using, and we'll come back to that one when we come back to the bingo board. So let's go ahead and go into the points calculator. And I have 892 points so far. I've earned 17 rereads, 8 DNFs, 3 triple ups, and I can short one prompt, which I may use as well. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I need to fit a couple more books into my March TBR if I can. Stats. I have read a total of 234 books during this challenge so far, 76,196 pages, 1,589 and a half hours of audiobooks, and average days to read a book is 3.89. Average rating is 4.25, which is amazing. 4.24. Average pages a day is 334. Average hours listened is just under 7. And that's it. HRCYED prompts that I've been using. And then we have reading stats over here. We have the map. And I did add right here, the Republic of Congo, tiny little spot in Africa over here. And that's really about it for February. And states over here, I don't think I've added too much. I have the Bloodline series by Rochelle Mead that I'm reading. It's a 6-book series, I believe, and it pretty much all takes place in Palm Springs, California, so that's going to be bright purple just because of that. And I'm amazed at how many books I've been reading that take place in Massachusetts. Who knew? Publishers, I have a nice wide range here, but my top ones are definitely Public Domain, which is all the classics I've been reading, self-published, Penguin, Random House, and indie books. So a lot of the independently published books that I've been reading, half are independent, the other half actually the parent company is Penguin. So there we go. Let's see, 96% new and only 3% rereads, and that is due to the Anne of Green Gables reread of the series. Series, I have just started 28%. I'm in progress on 20%. Standalones are 39%, and then the last 11% are completed. So either the series is finished, there's no more books coming, or I have completed up to however many have been published, and there's no more able to be read at this time, but more will be coming. So combining those two, that is 11%, which I will take. That is amazing. Means read. I have a hardcover and paperback, so basically physical, so that would come to 9%. Ebook and audio is 9%. Physical and audio is 25%. Ebook alone is 27%. Audiobook alone is also 20%. It's very weird that those are both exactly 62. Interesting. So ebook and audiobook, 62 books total, and then physical books, we have 32 books total. Genres, a nice kind of even. A lot of these are fantasy, but I also have in here historical, I have satire, there's contemporary romance, there's classic literature, I have non-mystery and thriller, non-fiction, paranormal romance. I have historical fiction. There's dystopian sci-fi, horror, and thriller. So there's a good mix of genres in here. And then green has now surpassed blue as the most read cover color, and black is right behind it, and then tied for 30 each is blue and white. So I do need to get to some of these other colors and get those read as well. Audience, 62% adult, makes sense. Have 3% new adult, 29% YA, 1% children's, and 2% middle grade. Publication year, again, this is a nice wide variety here. Most have been 2024 and 2025 due to book clubs, 2023 as well. And those are easier to find, 2022 as well. So a lot of those are because of book clubs and read-alongs and things like that. But I do have 2021, 1842, 1895, 2010, 1915, 2011, 2001, 1850, 2003, 1939. Let's see if we can find some of the really old ones in here, because I know there's a couple in here. Aha, 430, 432. Yeah, so there's a lot of fun ones in here, and then I've got some 2026 in here as well. And then authors, the most, of course, is Rochelle Mead because of the read-alongs that I'm doing on Vampire Academy and Bloodlines. And then, of course, Lucy Maud Montgomery because of the Anne of Green Gables one. But I also have Bengali because that's my personal challenge, so those make sense. All right, that's the end of the stats, so let's go ahead and go into the squares themselves. Have the last 10 years, and this square has already been checked off because I had all from 2015 to 2025, but I wanted to get a 2026 book in there as well, just because. And I read A War of Wyverns by S.F. Williamson, the second book in the Language of Dragons series, and I did enjoy that, so I will hide this tab now. Now we have Around the World, and for this one, I do still need a bonus Antarctica book, and that one is The Stowaway is the one I want to read, but I no longer have access to Hoopla, and that's where I had found it, so we'll have to see if my library has it or what other books they have that are set in Antarctica that I can get. But I do plan on reading that one for that. Spooky Creatures, I did just complete. I finished Pride and Prejudice and Zombies, which was for the zombie prompt. I can click the square green, yay, and then hide the tab. Very excited for this. Become the Avatar. Nothing new here again. Like I read Between Two Fires right off the bat and haven't done anything since. I think I read that in July. But I'm currently reading in March Watership Down by Richard Adams, and Pillars of the Earth by Ken Follett is also on my TBR for one of the readathon prompts for TBR Trek for March, but it's a chunker. It's going to be one of the last books I read because there's other books I need to read before that. So hopefully I will get both of those done in March, but most likely Pillars of the Earth will move to April, and I still need to get to Into Thin Air as well because it works for both the cover and the title prompt. Animals. I did find an animal book, so I was going to use Sky of Fire because it has snakes on the cover. There's also snakes in the book, but I'm only halfway through and it hasn't been super prominent yet, but now it's starting to show up a little bit more. It's the symbol of kind of the Assassin's Guild, and so I think it's going to show up a little bit more now that we've kind of gotten to that area of the book. But since I don't know, and I'm not sure if it's actually going to be prominent since I haven't read it, I decided to use one that I have read that actually should work for this. If you have read The Island of Dr. Moreau by H.G. Wells and you do not think it works for this, please let me know down in the comments so I have time to read another book that will work for it. But it does heavily feature leopards and pumas as well as bears, and it is throughout the whole book. So that is what I'm going for so far. I am going to click the square as green, but I'm not going to hide the sheet. I'm going to leave it up until I find out for sure 100% that it works. So if you don't think it does, let me know. Queer Alphabet. Nothing new here, but I did just get Warrior Princess Assassin by Bridget Kemmerer from the library yesterday, and I do plan on reading that in March. So hopefully I will have that square done. And then for these three, my library does have them. I did make sure. And so hopefully that will be April, May, and June books right there. Let's hope. So I will have Polyamory done by the end of March, hopefully. New releases. I did finish Dragon Cursed by Elise Kova for January and Sun and the Star Maker by Rachel Griffin for February. Loved that one. That was a 5-star one for me. I feel like most people will probably give it a 4 or 4.5, but for me, it made me feel all of the emotions, the whole range from one side to the other. And so with that, I believe it earned a 5-star. For March and April, I keep looking at like all of the new releases, and I'm hoping that my library gets them in time. Most of them are all physical books, which take me longer to read. And if I end up with like 4 of those in 1 month, who knows if I'm going to make it through all of them. So I was looking for some other options, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm part of the Prime First Reads. So you get 1 free new release every month if you are a Prime member with Amazon. And I know not everybody's excited about Amazon, but I am a Prime member, and so why not utilize that whilst I have it? And I have for a March book, First Wishes Club, and then for April, it's The Last Labyrinth. And so I'm kind of planning on reading those because they're ebooks, and I can read those a little faster than I do physical books. And for May and June, April 1st, the May book will come out, and then May 1st, the book for June will come out. So I will be able to finish this by the end of May if I read those books. So that's kind of my thought. But if Wolfworm by T. Kingfisher or The Moonshine Women or Lady Tremaine come in, I may want to read one of those because they do look really good. Challenge yourself. So I read 5 of the books like way off the bat. Way long ago, like, I don't know, September, October, August, somewhere in there. I read those 5. And then I haven't touched a Bengali book since. And my goal is to read all the Bengali books I own. And yeah, I have 11 books left to read. Now, 2 of these are anthologies, and one of them is a bonus prompt for this, which is to read a subscription box book, which is to finish the last book from the Page and Wick subscription box that I canceled. I only had the one left, and that's Skyfire. I'm already halfway through it. But these 2 are anthologies, so as long as I read the Bengali short story that is in it, then I will count that as a win. So I will count those 3 kind of as one book, but that's still 9 other books. And most of them, one novella under 200 pages. The rest are like 500 plus page books. So I'm not sure if I'm going to finish this one. And this is where the secret prompt is going to come in. So I was able to modify, the reward was to modify a HRCYED prompt. And for this one, I'm going to say as long as I finish half of the prompts I still have left to read, then that is a win. So I have 11 left. So I'm going to round up and say as long as I read 6 of these, then I'm golden. And so that can count for the subscription box book and the 2 short stories. Even if I just read the short stories by Bengali and not the whole book, that will count for 3 separate ones. And then I can read the Dead Stars Part 2 and then the novella that comes after it. And that makes 5. So then I can either start The Forever King, Blood Rush, or Demon's Reign, which those are all kind of the start of new series. So The Forever King is the part of the Skalusan Chronicles, but it is part of the Emaneska world, and the Emaneska world is the ones that I've been reading. So as long as I kind of get to the Forever King, and then I could start either Demon's Reign and Demon's Rage. Those are both co-authored with David Estes, so I already know I'm going to love them. But Blood Rush is also kind of a separate series. So as long as I read those ones, then yeah. That's my plan for that. And then nonfiction challenge. This is the last one on the list here. And this one, I already know I have. This one has already been checked off. It's already been green. So nothing I do here is going to change anything. But I am continuing to add the other nonfictions that I read each month. And the latest were Cobalt Red, which is a business/history book, as well as Can I Live, which is personal development. It's kind of self-help. I already have a self-help one here, which is Tiny Habits. And so they're both self-help/personal development. So I just separated the two. Just to keep them all separate. All right, and that's it for all of the tabs. So let's see what my bingo board looks like now. Okay, the top 2 rows is still green, but look, with the spooky creatures, I now have one vertical. That's awesome. I do still have one more to get another horizontal, but I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left to go, which is amazing. And I did count, but let's go ahead and go again. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. That one's done, just double checking. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And 6 of these would be 18 if I do the modify. So 18 at a minimum. 23, I believe, if I do everything. So as long I have pretty much 23 books left to read. That is awesome. I am happy with that. And we have April, May, and June to go. And then the books that I'm currently reading in March, which I have at least 2, possibly 3, which I could finish in March. And if I could start Dead Stars, that would be amazing. Because that one's a long one. Let's see, how long is that? Yeah, that one's 544 pages. So yeah, that one's a long one. Oh, actually, no, Fairy Tale is a short story. It's not a novella. It's only 40 pages. That's really helpful. So that's under 600 pages just for those 2 books. So that is great. And then that would be the entire Emaneska series that I have read and completed. That's awesome. I didn't realize that. Let's see, The Forever King, which would be the next one in the series. That one is 666 pages. And then 571. So yeah, those will be kind of long, but that's okay. They're so good. They're worth the page count. They are so good. Okay, so 18 to 23 books still left to go. 5 squares on the bingo board still left to go, and only 1 purple one left. I've completed all the other purple ones. The other 4 are white, so that's amazing. But yeah, so the secret prompt, just so you know, I'm not cheating or anything. It's the secret prompt for January, and it was read a book you missed out in your childhood, and that was Anne of Windy Poplars by Ellen Montgomery. I did not get to read the Anne of Green Gables series until I was in college. I think I was 19 when I first read them, and I love that whole series. So good. I have reread the whole series. I've read through the entire series once, and so this will be my second time that I'm reading the entire series. But the main first, the books 1, 2, 3, and 5. So Anne of Windy Poplars is book 4. Most collections kind of have 1, 2, 3, and 5 in them, but they don't always have any of the rest of them. So this was one I definitely missed out on. And of course, that was the reward is to modify 1 HRCYED prompt, and I will modify my challenge yourself to read at least half the books left to read, just so I can win. But I am still trying to complete the entire thing. And I just want to thank you so much for joining me today. And please like, comment, and subscribe if you want it, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any other bookish content. And until next time, keep reading. Bye.